Uh, my head hurting a little bit because I ate that sneaker. I should have just ate one half, but I did eat one half. Then I came back and ate the other half way later. But still too much for my body, y'all. That's why I only picked up one. Now I gotta take a headache pill. I ain't ready to go to sleep with this headache, honey. I just was speaking too early, too soon, saying I ain't had to take headache pills in a long time. I guess because I wasn't eating the wrong things. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But I'm hungry. I just woke up. That's water from a short nap, about an hour. Now I'm trying to decide. I think I'm just gonna eat this dry rice just to put some on my stomach. I really don't want that because it got a lot of salt in it. So I don't know, y'all. Everything, if I was to eat anything, everything has sodium in it, like a lot of sodium. You know what I mean? Everything has sodium in it right now. And what I don't want is sodium, a lot of it, because I have a headache already. I don't need all that darn sodium, but I need to eat something. So I guess I'll just eat me a this is why I wish I would have cooked. I'll just eat me a sausage and some a breakfast food for dinner. A piece of sausage and a boiled egg. I'll be good. That's something healthy. It ain't, greasy. It ain't oily. It's healthy. It ain't salty. I don't want to put all that stuff on my stomach tonight with a headache. No. I'll just do this sausage and egg, boiled egg. I went to bed hungry without eating dinner last night, y'all. Why? I don't know. I didn't. I was just too tired. Too tired to get up to do anything. To be honest, but I said I'm gonna get my butt up, eat me something, then go lay back down. That ain't the best thing to do, but hey, I ain't going to bed hungry tonight. Especially not letting the last things I eat be something sweet. I should have just ate a yogurt, y'all. I got some Gogurts in there. I don't like the cotton candy flavor, but I like the strawberry. I had that in the other box, and I had the vanilla in the new box that I have. I gave my other box to my son because I don't need all the yogurt, y'all. They'll sit there and won't get ate. But I had a yogurt earlier just to taste it. The vanilla tastes okay, but I like the strawberry, and I guess I just like the strawberry. I'll eat it, but I wouldn't buy it like that again. I'll just buy it with one flavor that I know I like. Like I have fish in here, chicken things, plant-based ground meat. I have it all in there. Everything I eat, y'all, I have. I just don't feel like cooking. Like I really need to cook that fish before I make that salad. I do. I need to cook that fish, y'all. But I want my salad. So I'm gonna cook something that's gonna last me the weekend, and that's this taco salad. Because, like I said, if you didn't watch my other video, I gotta take this off to this myself. Man, we finna sit out the window and look out the window where I eat. I keep talking about, but see, I be forgetting what I was gonna say. I got these chickpeas I wanted to make and my own, like grind it up and everything, my own hummus, but I ended up putting 2 cans back and just grabbing one set. I just throw it on my taco salad to see how it tastes. I was gonna put it throughout it, but I don't know how it's gonna taste, and I don't want to take that chance. It really won't be a big mess up, but I don't want to use all the beans for that. I might want to use some beans in my salad or something, you know. But I did go to the store, like I said I was. I did do that. And that way I told my honey that she ain't got to worry about taking me. I'll just see her Sunday or Monday. That's what I told her. I'll just see her on one of her off days. She go ahead and go to work, you know, and just go rest and chill. I'll be all right. So I went on in. And let me tell y'all what the bank did. Now, you know, it was a holiday, so they kind of like didn't take certain things out until yesterday. I mean, until Friday, until today. Because I'm like, I didn't know this was, you know, I was checking my account. I'm like, how did that all this money gone and I didn't even spend it? Because I checked my balance before I left, right? I know the microwave, I mean the air fryer, y'all. Let me take y'all in here by the window. Just so it won't seem so loud. Because I don't have it on the window scene tonight. Because I don't. But anyway, I don't know why, but this is my new sitting spot to eat and chill and talk to y'all by the window. There's a lot of cars out here tonight. Christmas lights on. Look very nice. So what the bank did, I'm gonna put my robe on, y'all. It's cold out this window. What the bank did was they let every transaction go through on Thanksgiving Day, right? But they didn't. They actually took it out today, and they said online, which is weird, that all the transactions that some of the transactions weren't gonna be posted up until Friday night or Saturday morning that you put in your account or you took out your account. Cause I'm like, why is my account, you know, missing some things? And I miscalculated. That's why I was like, man, I'm glad I had enough to get home in the Uber. Cause see, I'm gonna tell y'all why when I sit down, why I did that. I'm gonna tell y'all a little quick story what happened to me at the store. Well, it didn't nothing happen, but I'm gonna tell you the situation with the bank. What they did, which almost put me into insufficient funds. So guess I wasn't thinking. I'll tell you, I ain't perfect, honey. But I'm trying to make me a something to eat real quick, y'all, because I just woke up. I don't like to go to bed on just sweets. You would think I was sitting here eating cakes, pies, ho-hos, all kind of stuff. I wouldn't eat none of that stuff, but I just had to take a headache pill, y'all. That's why I knocked on wood early when I said I had to take a headache pill in a long time. But I had just that candy today, y'all. That big old piece of chocolate. It messed me up something good, honey. Got me having a headache. I'm not gonna eat this. I'm not gonna eat this rice. It got too much sodium in it. I'm gonna throw it out. I'll throw it out tomorrow. Or maybe if I eat it with something, eat it with some beans or something, y'all, it won't be so bad. I'll probably eat it with some beans on salad. I don't know. I'm not gonna eat it tonight. I'll say that, but I'm not gonna food that sucker tonight. Not tonight. Y'all, I gotta get me another air fryer. Cause I'm scared this one gonna go out on me, you know. I'm not gonna even eat no egg tonight, y'all. I'm not gonna eat no egg. I'll eat that egg in the morning when I eat my other breakfast sauce. I'm just gonna eat this and a piece of bread probably today. I don't feel like taking it out, cutting it up, all that other jazz. I'd rather do that in the morning with a cup of coffee, man. I ain't trying to do that tonight. Try to drink this of water and lay down somewhere. I have some brisk fruit punch, but I don't want to put. So I have coffee in the morning. I'll be alright. And I'm cooking tomorrow, so I'll have plenty to eat for Saturday and Sunday, y'all. I ain't gonna have to cook nothing but my breakfast sausage. After tomorrow. For the next 2 days, I ain't gonna have to cook nothing but breakfast. That's the throw sausage in the air fryer and call it a day, honey. I need me some cucumbers on the side. They help me. I'm telling you, I don't know. Maybe it's just an addiction I have with them, but I like to eat them on the side of everything I eat now. When I have them. So I got cucumbers and a fake meat sausage on a piece of bread. I don't know how to change it if I wanted to show y'all the outside. I don't know how to change it. On StreamYard. I don't know. But my block's still up. I can tell they still up. I know when my block sleep for the night. All these cars out here, something going on tonight. There might be some parked in my back. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. I know what I be talking about, y'all. They must be having a party because they got cars in their back. They normally a park in my back, but wouldn't take up both spots, but they didn't. I wouldn't have mind. Long as my honey ain't parking spot ain't taken, but she ain't here tonight, so last time I made my sausage with that rice. I cooked it too long. I cooked it way too long, child. I normally don't cook it that long, but this kind of sausage is kind of thick, so I found myself cooking it extra long because it's so darn thick. You know, at least that's what I was doing. Who is there? Hold on a minute, y'all. I can't see. Hey, Brittany, where the mommy motivator? How are you? Thank you for coming in. I ain't gonna be on here long. I just want somebody to feel like I was eating with somebody. They I got my window open. This is my new favorite spot to sit and eat in the front and look out the window. They having a party next door. I better not say that because one of my admirers live next door. I figured that out. And he let me know it was him. He proved it to me. I ain't finna get into the details, but he proved it. It was freaking me out, girl. I was scared. So I got to discussing it with my honey and my son. Girl, they was like, that's him. I was like, I know it is. I know people can make it seem like, that it's somebody else, but he knew too much personal information. Too much. Like he knew too much, honey. He knew about like things that only a person that actually live on this block or live close by would know. That's what freaked me out about it. He knew very personal things. So I'm like, okay, I gotta somebody on my block that watch me. So I gotta be careful what I say. Even though I don't say anything, but I'm just saying, I don't want to put people's business out there, but like I said, they having a party next door. And that's on period. We got some blocks. Hold up. It's like I come in here and look outside. I'm like, everybody's still up. So I get to looking. I say, oh, okay. That's nice to have parties and get together, Cause too many people didn't do nothing yesterday on my block. It was quiet, honey. I didn't do nothing on Thanksgiving Day. And you see a couple people had company, but there wasn't no get-togethers like it is tonight. I woke up. I looked at the clock. I said, "Oh man, it's almost 10 o'clock." I done dozed off. The last thing I remember, before I went to sleep, was talking to one of my close friends, and then I went to sleep, and then wake up an hour later. So that lets you know, you never know how tired your body be, honey. I knew I was tired, but I didn't know I was sleepy. You know what I mean? It's a difference. My body be tired a lot, and I don't go to sleep, but I actually went to sleep. And my boo was like, "That's good. You got a little sleep." I'm like, "That's really not good because now I'm up, and I might be up for another 3, 4 hours before I actually fall back to sleep." Mm-hmm. Let me tell you what I thought this lady said. And I know it was her smart ass. I can't see that good, but I know it was her. And I don't give a darn. How you gonna be a guest at somebody's house and complain about the way somebody park? I'm just saying. Like bump that. I don't understand that. So I'm just thinking to myself, I hear the way how you talk. I hear the way how you talk to your children. I hear the way how you do this. I ain't surprised. I'm just saying. I ain't perfect, y'all. I know this man, one of my neighbors, about to go over there and say, "Dog, I know he see me, cause you could see in the dark." Y'all, it's action tonight in the window. Man, I should have been having it on live for the window tonight, but that's okay. I don't want to intrude on my neighbor's privacy. You know, you wasn't gonna see nothing but cars and bodies. It's dark. You barely could see anything. But it's a good thing this street light working right here, y'all, because this street light's been out for years. They never came and fixed it. All of a sudden it's on and it's beaming from the neighbor's house. And over here it's still kind of dark, but it's more light than it used to be, and that's a great thing for this block. Cause I'm on the end of the corner. Like I'm not on the corner house, but I'm right next door to the corner house. I hope they don't take his parking space, cause honey, if they take his parking spot, when he come back, he gonna go over there and go, "Can you bam 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 get the moving, darling?" I'm telling you. That's why I say I was surprised that they didn't, in the back situation, cause they normally do. But like I said, if long as my honey boo ain't coming, I don't mind them using it, or at least leave a spot so if she come, she'll have her spot and you could take the other half like they normally do. But they ain't had no cars back there. Not on my side anyway. But I don't mind. Sure. They do it a lot in the wintertime because they had tell the cars they gotta move, and they know that I don't, have cars back there. But sometimes they be like taking over the whole thing, and I'm like, oh no, you gotta move one of them. But as long as I don't need it, I don't say nothing. Like if my honey come get me and I need it, I'll be like, "Can you move that? I need my spot." Other than that, I don't. Because I used to let it bother me because I kind of thought it was rude that you would park your cars on people's property without even asking. Like, where they do that at? Even though I don't use it, but still, it's my property. I rent here. I don't own this house. I rent, but still, y'all know what I'm saying. Like, come on. So, I don't really care about it anymore because, nobody lives here with a car. But I do like to have that spot free in the back because that's where my honeyboo park at. When we going shopping, when we just kicking it or whatever. So yeah. But that's the only time I say something if I need it or if she coming over or something. Other than that, I'm good. Just give me something else to look at in the back. I don't know why I just let stuff bother me, y'all. I mean, like I get it, but I'm just saying, even after I asked them to move the car, they moved it, and it still irritated me because they didn't ask. And I dwelled on it and dwelled on it and dwelled on it and dwelled on it. Wasting all my energy and thought into some bull crap for nothing. All for nothing. Have y'all ever sat back and thought about stuff? Well, y'all probably don't do what I do. I'm an overthinker. I'll try to, and I notice that the older I get, the more it's like I'm trying to find stuff to fuss about. And that's just like I don't want to be like that because that's how my neighbors was when I was younger. At the house I grew up in Chicago, I noticed that we was all good from young to adults, but once we got in high school and we started having friends over, she started complaining a lot. But she worked at a school. And come to find out, she is my kid's dad auntie. I didn't know that for a while. Until I got older and me and him started dating. I didn't know that was his auntie that stayed there in the house. I didn't know that till after she moved and he was over there house sitting in the house for a few months. Or whatever he was doing. Working, whatever he was doing over there. I think he was just house sitting, to be honest. Making sure nobody broke in, keeping it active over there, I guess. But he was over there for a few months, actually longer than a few months. Because by the time he left from over there, me and him moved into a place together. So he was over there a long time. He was over there a long time, y'all. Because I remember I had got pregnant. My first pregnancy was over there. I got pregnant when I met him. Not long after I met him, I got pregnant. And I lost that baby. The first baby, I had a miscarriage. I was like 3 or 4 months. I'll never forget. I had got into it with my cousin. It was a guy. And my kid's dad was like, why are you fussing at him? I was like, I don't know what it is. I just don't want him around me. Like, he irritated me so badly. I had got into it with a real bad. We had a real bad argument. No physical, just a real bad argument on the corner of the house. I'll never forget. I don't want to lie. I don't remember what he was telling me, why he was telling me. All I know is that his presence, his smell, his voice was so irritating to me. I started hollering and screaming and fussing. Girl, I went to bed that night. I woke up, I was hurting so bad. I started, bleeding, TMI, called my baby dad. It was like, hey, I need to go to the hospital. Something going on. I'm losing the baby. That's all I kept saying was I losing the baby. I knew I was. They took me to the hospital. They did their little DNC scrape or whatever that thing called. They scraped it and said, oh, don't worry. The baby was still young. You know what I mean? He was only a few months. Or a couple months, whatever I was. I know I was more than a month. I think I was like 2 months. Or a month. I don't know, y'all. All I know is that it was confirmed that I was pregnant. But not too long after that, when me and my cousin got into it, I ended up going to the hospital that night. And they said, well, you already know, the baby gone. And don't worry, you'll be pregnant in another 6 months. Girl. Well, they wasn't right on key with that. 6 months after they did that scrape, I was pregnant with my son, and that's my oldest. Right after I had my son, not even a year later, I was pregnant with my daughter again. Fresh out the hospital. Pregnant again. So yeah, I was pregnant 3 times. I have a 22-year-old and a 23-year-old. Yeah, and they stay the same age for 6 months. No, they say the same. I said 6 months. Y'all, my man gone. They stay the same age for a few weeks. My daughter's birthday is let me see. Yeah, about 2 weeks. They say the same age for about 2 weeks. It's like, you move fast. Now my kids' dad moved fast. That wasn't me. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, but yeah. I'm proud of my kids though. Ever since they done a little, transitional school and one of them done a little college, you know, shoot, my daughter done all year from beginning of school all the way up to the eighth, another 4 years in high school, another 4 years in another school. She just been schooling, honey. Now she working. My son done a year or two in college. He got hurt. He was there on a football kind of situation. Messed his knee up. He never went back. I think that did something to my son's spirit because he never played sports again, and he ended up leaving college after that because he couldn't play no more. I don't mind sharing that because sometimes your dreams and your goals, sometimes when you find out you can't participate in that anymore after a while, I don't know. He just lost something. It done something to him. I know it did. But he said his knee and stuff, he had surgery. Yep, he had surgery on his knee, y'all. He messed his knee up bad. So he wasn't playing no more. So after that, they just had him just being there, recording the game, to I guess to try to still keep him being there. He couldn't play for a couple seasons. I know how it is when you love something so much, and when you finally get there, and something happened to where you can't play for a year or you can't do this for a few years, it does something to you mentally. Not everybody, but some people. But see, depression runs in my family. And my kids have it sometimes. I know they do. And I know he had it then. So that done something to him. But I'm proud of my kids. I raised them all by myself. They went to grammar school, high school, traditional school, college. You know, now they both with their own place working. Like I'm a proud mom. Pat myself on both my shoulders. And they very, very smart and wise. Way smarter than me than I was in school, way wiser than me. I'm telling you. I ain't saying I'm no, on that short, but I'm on there. See, that's one thing about me. I don't pretend to be somebody I'm not. Okay? I know that I ride one of them slow buses. You be hearing me joke about it and all that, but I know what I ride on. I don't need nobody to tell me who I am, what I am. I know that. And I ain't ashamed to say it. I ride on one of them buses, but not that real short one, but I ride on one of them buses. I can tell you that bus. I know I do. I know I do, honeys. But yeah, I'm proud of my baby. Well, they ain't babies no more. They grown as ever, child. I'm proud of myself. I done a good job. They both gone, got their own place, no kids. Which I ain't proud to say that because I'll be 50 years old in January. I'm ready for some grandchildren. Where the grandkids at? My kids is not bringing me no grandchildren, y'all. My daughter told me only thing she'll bring me is a cat. She'll probably be mad if she knew I said that. She told me she ain't having, the only thing she'll bring to visit me is a cat. What? What the grandkids, girl? And my son, he makes sure he rub it in my face. See, he don't mind me sharing certain things. I wouldn't share all personal things, but my son say, remember what you told me? And he makes sure he rub this shit in my face. He tells me, remember what you told me, Mom? You told me to take care of me first, do me, accomplish everything I want to accomplish in life before I start having children. Because once I start having children, it's never just me anymore. I said, I did tell you that, but son, I want to have a grandchild running around here. Heck. I want to be stopped at. Don't do that. Come here. Let's go to the park. And all the different things that I didn't do with my children that I'm seeing other people on the YouTube street do with their children. I want to teach that stuff to my grandchildren. I want to teach that stuff. You know, take them to museums and art shows, to the park. I mean, I did that stuff. I didn't take my kids to the museum and stuff. They did all that stuff with the schools. But stuff like that, you know what I mean? I ain't saying I was the best parent, but I wasn't a bad parent, obviously. Both my kids are grown, and 22 and 23 got their own place and jobs for years now. So I ain't do that bad, but still, I want to have them experience things that I never, experienced with my children, so they can have that, from their grandmother, from me. And I would love to have a grandbaby. Because when I was out of town, I'm getting emotional, y'all. I don't want to get emotional. Every time I start talking about grandkids, I get emotional. Every darn time. Let me get myself together. Wait a minute. Okay, I got myself together now. I hope y'all can't hear that music. It's basically not words, it sound like bass, but hopefully you only hearing the music that I got in the background. If I get a copyright, I'll delete the video. I mean, I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about that. Anyway, next. Um, yeah, I get emotional every time I talk about grandchildren. But I get it. I'm not sitting here saying, go ahead, screw, lay down. You know what I mean? You know what I'm ooh, God forgive me for saying that. But go ahead and do your thing and get the grandbabies popping. No. I ain't gonna even lie, I said that before. And they was like, Ma, you crazy. I was saying, no, I'm serious. I was serious when I said it at the time, but I felt bad and I apologized to him for it. I said, I'm sorry. I said, I know what I told you. I don't know. I was just thinking like by the time I reach 50, I'll have grandchildren. But I gotta realize that I had my kids when I was in my 20s. You know? No, I wasn't. Hold on. Yeah, I was in my 20s when I had my grandkids. Late 20s. I mean, not my grandkids. See, I'm talking about grandkids, y'all. I was in my late 20s when I had my children. Cause you got to think I'm finna be 50, so that's 20 years, and they 22 and 23. So I was like, what, 27, 28, or 29, 30, something like that, somewhere around there, knocking on 30. I was 27 or 28 or 28 or 29, something like that. But yeah, so and people be like, your kids are still young. I'm like, I know they still young, but I'm getting old, older. Let me not say old, older. Brittany's live. How many minutes I done been on? Let me see. Hold on a minute. I done been on here 45 minutes. 45 minutes, Brittany. Life. I ain't even finna go there with you. I know, right? I told you it'd be okay if you don't show up. You been here all the time. No, you already missed me. I'm about to get out of here. I. Bet. That's how kids are. Must be nice. I was just sitting here talking about kids too. Must be nice. Tell me, can you if you could hear this music, girl? These my neighbors having a party. You know the one that let me know that they was watching me. They having a party. Can you hear the music they playing? Or you just hear the music that's on here? Girl, I only been on here an hour. I ain't finna get off yet. I just woke up from an hour nap. I'll probably get off of here at 12 o'clock, but not right now. I'm not. Hang out for another hour. I ain't doing nothing. Oh, okay. But do you hear the music that I'm playing? So if you can't hear that music, then that's fine. I ain't worried about the other music in the background. Long as you can't hear the music they playing, child. I'm sitting by the window. Tonight would have been the night to cut the window view on, Friday night activities, but there's people walking past and walking in and out. I gotta be, professional with it. Discreet. Don't want to be, showing people private events. That's not me. Even though they'll watch me in the cut. Oh, okay, okay, okay. That's perfect then. Yeah, I didn't want to have my background sounds really loud because I wanted you to hear my loud voice. If I cut that up and my loud voice, honey, you'll be clicking off. It'll be blowing your eardrums out. Two loud voices? Nah. hmm Girl, I almost cried. Well, I actually had tears in my eyes, but they didn't come down. Or maybe they did, but you missed my breakdown I just had? Or was you in the cut? Hello, Silent Boo Boo in the background. What's up? You can say something if you like. Girl, my boo want me to get my nails off. I don't want to take them off now. Excuse me, but I'm gonna have to get them off. Oh, you missed it. Yeah, I had tears in my eyes, girl. Because I don't have no grandchildren. And I'm finna be old as ever. You don't know too many 50 years old. Well, it's some out here, but in my neck of the woods, it's just not natural. To be knocking on 50 in my family and not have no grandchildren. No, no, honey. My kids told me they ain't going. My daughter, when my daughter speak, it stands. She said no children. So I won't be having none from her. My son, he said it won't be for another 10 years because of what I told him. Nan one of them, honey. No children. Yep. So I ain't rushing them, but I'm getting older now. I want to be sitting in the chair holding my grandbaby, rocking my grandbaby to sleep, giving my grandbaby a bath, taking him or her to the museums, to the park, walking with me and stuff. It's grandmother stuff. Child, I'm a pole lost soul. Well, I ain't gonna say it like that, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I was sitting here like, I don't want to cry, y'all. I'm getting emotional. And tears just start coming in my eyes and whatnot. Like, oh my gosh, here she go. She about to have one of them breakdowns. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I always thought about having kids. Before I got with my kids' dad, I was like, I want to have me some kids. And I said, whatever kids I have, all my kids gonna have the same daddy. That's the only thing I ever said, and that's what I got when I got with him. I wanted a baby by my first boyfriend that I was with for 8 years, but I never got pregnant with him. It's funny how once our 8 year relationship ended, we both end up having two kids by somebody else. Isn't that funny? He had his kids first. His kids are older than mine. He have a boy and a girl, and I have a boy and a girl. Yeah, isn't that something? Yep, that's what I said. They gotta have the same daddy because I ain't finna be spreading out and moving around like a clown and dealing with different baby daddies. I ain't doing that one. That ain't no but a headache, honey. I can't handle my own distress, let alone some for baby daddies. Mm-hmm. That's good, Brittany's life. You don't want to be around, girl. I gotta go chest out. I gotta go do this. I gotta go to this court, this court. Why I gotta go over here because he's a I got three different baby daddies. Like I'm not down in women that have different multiple baby fathers. You know what I mean? It's just that for me, I said I wanted my kids to have the same dad, and luckily I got that. Now, if I was to get pregnant by another man at that time, of course I would have had it. I wouldn't have got rid of my baby because it wasn't the same baby daddy, but I wouldn't have had another baby neither. You know what I mean? Two baby daddies is enough for me. You know what I mean? If it was to happen, it'd only be two. And that would have been the last of the children coming out, honey, because I ain't finna, If I didn't lose my first baby, I would have only still had two. I already knew my limit, honey. Two was my limit for having children. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it, but I just can't see me being a mom with a lot of children. There's a lot of great mothers out there with a lot of children. They can handle it. Me, I don't know what I can handle. I probably could have handled it. The only thing I want to handle right now is some grandchildren. The way I can give you back to your mom and your dad. Let me Google God he with you and all this other kind of stuff. But when it's time to go, come get him or come get her. But considering that I'm stay at home type of situation at the moment, I do plan on going back to work again, Brittany's life. I'm gonna try again. I only tried one time last year to go back to work. I worked for like a month and haven't been back since. And that hurted me so bad because I couldn't do that kind of work no more. So once I move and get settled, I don't know how long it's gonna be. Could be a year, could be two. But once I move, get settled, get my house how I want it to be, I'm gonna try to find some kind of work to do again. Maybe even try to find something to do at home or something. I'm gonna get my life together. I got a long journey, but I'm gonna get it together. I ain't no quitter. I'm gonna get back to work one day. You'll see. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but you gotta take care of the chillins. I might even start babysitting or something, you know. Become a part-time babysitter or a weekend babysitter or something. I don't know. I'm gonna do something to earn me some extra. I'm telling you, girl. You'll be like, "What you doing now?" I'll be like, "Girl, I don't know. I'll try to keep myself busy." Yeah. When you don't have, I'm telling you, when you don't have a lot, when I don't have things going on, the day seems longer, longer, longer. And some I used to run around here 24 hours a day, girl, cleaning up the same things. My OCD was really bad, and I think it was boredom too. I would go around here repeating and cleaning the same things every darn day, mopping, dusting, rearranging every day. What you doing? The same thing, weighing my body down. My body can't handle all that no more, honey. I still do my get down. You know, my house never nasty, always clean. But I don't do all that stuff I used to do no more. Like every day I do repeat the thing. No. Sure. Nowadays I don't use the I use my Swifter. I dust when I feel like it and I walk away. You know, and considering just me and my lonesome self, ain't really nothing to even sweep or wipe up or nothing out of nobody no but me. And I ain't gonna even front. It get lonely sometime in here by myself. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't have to lie about what I do. I'm grown. But it do. So it's a learning process, you guys, because this is the first time I'm ever, kicking it by myself with nobody living here with me. And I found comfort in sitting in the window, looking out the window when I eat and talk to you guys. That's new. I'm just trying to get comfortable with the fact of being by myself because it's gonna be me by myself for years and years and years, y'all. So it's taking some getting some used to. But I think when I move into a smaller place, it'll be better. It won't be so much house. Girl, this is a 3 bedroom house. Big old front, big old back. Like, what I need front room, little dining room, kitchen area. Like, what I need all this for? I'm blessed to have it. It's just too much for me to handle by myself. So hopefully, I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that I'll be moving next year, y'all. Hopefully, some one of these places will come through for me. Hopefully, if not, I'll be here till it come through. Cause honey, I ain't gonna lie, I don't have funds to pick up and move. I want to move to Atlanta, but my children are here and my partner is here, so I can't just leave them. My children will be okay with it. It's the partner situation. And I'm happy where I'm at. I really don't want to, break away from my family. Like this is my immediate family right here, my partner and my children. Everybody else is, I really don't want to leave them just because I'd rather be in the same state as them. Especially my children, of course. My children first. Come on now. But I don't want to leave my boo neither. My honey too good to me. And I've been with my partner. It'll be 7 years next year. Growing old together, bones breaking down together. It ain't funny, but I'm just saying. It's like I'm getting older and Her body doing older tricks on her now. I said, I hate to tell you this, but you getting older. You ain't no young spring thing like you used to be no more. I can feel it. I'm like, I'm telling you. What you thought? You was excluded because you still young? Oh, okay. Yeah, it'll be 7 years. On the 4th of July next year, it'll be 7 years for us. 7 years, honey. That's a long time to be with somebody that you ain't married to. I ain't saying it's a bad thing that, not being married. I ain't thinking about getting married. I'm just saying, some people that be together that long, they be married. You know what I mean? But I done been in two relationships with men that ain't been married. So hell, I mean, girl, please. I ain't downgrading nothing. My first relationship was 8 years. I wasn't married. I wasn't even grown then. I was still young. Then once I got grown, me and him broke up right after prom. Girl, we broke up the day after prom. Me and my boyfriend I was with for 8 years. Then I was with my kid's dad for about 10 years. We wasn't married. So I done been in almost 2 decades worth of relationships and never been married. So I don't see nothing wrong with that. I mean, I think that's a good thing that you could stay with somebody for 6 and 7 years. And being married is not a big deal because I mean it's a big deal to certain people, but you know, as long as y'all love each other and y'all together, you don't need a piece of paper to prove your love. That ain't gonna do nothing but cause problems, if you ask me. Depends on the person you with. That's not every situation, girl. People get married young and stay married to their sweethearts all the way from high school all the way up to they rocking in chairs and their grandkids, girl. Right, right, right. Yes, I agree. Because that's how I had was asking who was it? I think it was my kid's dad. Matter of fact, no. I take that back. I don't think it was none one of them. It wasn't the guy I was with for 8 years, and the subject with my kid's dad, that never came up, honey. So I ain't gonna even sit here and lie. Then one of them subjects came up, and then one of them 10-year relationships I was in, honey. Because to be honest with you, with my kid's dad, that's something that I can't share what happened with that one, honey. That never was gonna be a marriage. That was never gonna be a marriage. That was never gonna be a marriage with the first guy I was with for 8 years because I'm not saying this to brag, but I broke up with him the day after prom. I actually broke up with him before prom because I had changed my mind. I'm gonna tell you, I had changed my mind about going to the prom with him because with him, I had my feelings for him had changed already, and I told him I was like, I ain't feeling the same no more, girl. I was graduating, other guys was coming at me, and I was liking them, and they was liking me, and I was trying to be one of them, one of them ladies of the day kind of girls. You know what I mean? And I couldn't be a lady kind of that type of lady like being in a relationship with him. Right. So what I did was told him I was still willing to go on prom with him, And he was like, why we can't make it work? We done been together all this time. I'm like, okay, bump it. This is a quick story. So I said, okay, bump it. We could stay together. Girl, I was on my lady time. It was hot. We were shopping for the last few items for our prom, situation. On the bus in the heat on my lady time. Girl, I did not want to go to his house and change, take care of everything. But we end up being over that way. So we walking down the street, right, to his house. We get halfway down the block. It's people sitting on his porch, right? So I'm like, come on, why you slowing down? And he got to saying, oh man, oh, the S word, oh, oh. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? She ain't here to see me. She ain't here to see me. I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, why are we standing here? Why are you acting so like busting sweats? Because somebody's sitting on the porch. Is that somebody you're dating? Is that somebody you messing with? No, she ain't here to see me. She here to see my sister. Blue, that's his excuse. She was there to see his sister. Actually, she was there waiting on him, girl. Okay? So you had me stop being a lady of the night, stop wanting to be a lady of the night because you convinced me to give you a chance and stay with you. Let's work it out because of the history we have. But we prom shopping and we walking down the street, get to the middle of the block and you sweating bullets because you got a piece of meat sitting on the porch. Some flesh. And you want to tell me she ain't there for you, but you sweating bullets. Girl, you should have saw this man. He was sweating bullets. He looked scared. He looked so terrified, girl. I'm telling you, he was so nervous and scared. He was sweating out his body. Yeah, he was. So you know what I did? I was like, okay, well, she for your sister, why you sweating her? Just leave it alone. Come on. So we ended up walking on the porch. And his brother was on the porch and old girl was on the porch. I can't remember if his sister was on the porch or not, but his other brothers and stuff was in the house. So anyway, I go in the house to use the bathroom. I don't want to lie. I can't remember if he came in behind me or not. But all I know is I got myself cleaned up, girl. He came in there. I think he was in the house when I got out the bathroom, I think, but I can't remember if he came in with me. All I know is I was so angry. I was like, so really? I said, you wanted to do this again? You wanted me to stay and you got somebody already? Like I had already told you, this is what I'm telling him. I said, I already told you that I didn't want to be in a relationship no more with you because I'm not in love with you. I'm not feeling this. But I was willing to put all that aside to try to, I guess regrow or rekindle something out of the fact that we did have history and I was going to be a lady of the night. So many words. Not like technically, but I was going to do my thing, okay? I ain't going to lie. So, so next thing I know, his brother heard us talking. He come out the room. That's not his girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. That's just his friend, blah, blah, blah. I said, you ain't got to take off for him, man. What do y'all do? He got to have him. But see, I didn't get into telling him how I didn't try to break up with this man numerous of times and tried to move on, but he convinced me, you know what I mean, to stay. I know I didn't have to, but because we was together so long, girl, and I didn't, I was like, okay, maybe it ain't time for me to be a street lady yet. But honey, let me tell you something. After that happened, child, uh-uh. We went on prom. The day after prom, I was like, I'm done. Right after prom, I said, oh, no, because you know what I told him? No. You know what else happened? What made me seal the deal is when I left the house. Do you know he did not come behind me? When I left out the door to go home, he didn't come behind me. I kept looking like he ain't even finna make sure I get home. He ain't finna come check on me. I was so upset. Girl, once I got home, he came like about 30 or 40 minutes after I got home, which means, yes, which means that he wasn't behind me. I'm telling you, I caught the bus and everything home. He was there talking to her. So when he came to I went in the house and I was like, you upset? And they was like, what happened? You and your boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. I said, girl, I ain't thinking about him. I wanted to dump him anyway. He put me in the position to, anyway, long story short, he came to the house. He sat on the porch. He was like, basically looking stupid. I don't know. But I don't know why he wanted me to stay in a relationship with him when he was messing around with a chick on the side already, Brittany. You understand what I'm saying? I don't get it. I didn't feel right staying with him because I knew I wanted to go play in somebody else's playground. So I was trying to disarm the relationship so I can go play and not feel guilty. But no, he wanted me to stay. So you could play and don't feel guilty. So he wanted his cake and eat it too. I was willing to let the cake go and just go have me a slice somewhere. But so when he came on the porch and stuff, I was like, okay, you know what? We could still go on prom, but after prom, I'm done with you. I'm done. Period. No more coming over, talking about you just coming over to see my family and not me when I'm mad at you. No more calling me, telling me this and this and this. I said, after the prom, that's it. And I was driving then. So I drove us to and from the prom, right? So when we got ready for the prom, I went down the street and to see this other guy that I had liked, to show him my prom dress and stuff like that. I was so mad I didn't even care, girl. I wasn't messing around with him, but I liked him. And the guy that I'm talking about, his name's James. I went to show him my prom dress, got back in the car, and me and my boyfriend or ex rode to the prom. And it's like, you really did that? I did. I took me and my prom date to a guy house that I like and got out the car and showed him my prom dress. Sure did. That's how much I wanted to prove to him what he did to me hurt it. It wasn't a good thing to do to try to pay back, but I let him know that it was over for good this time. You don't do me in and think you ain't finna get done back. So I had him sit in the car while I go up to the door and show him my dress, and I came right back. Sure did. I never forget it. I don't condone to do anything like that. I was young then. I was, growing into adulthood, I guess. We all did some kind of stuff we wish we wouldn't have did, but I could have handled that differently. I shouldn't have done that. But went to the prom. We ended up getting to the prom late, girl. I don't know how. The prom seemed like it was almost over. Wasn't nobody barely there. I don't know. I don't want to lie. I can't remember. We stayed there a little bit, said hi, left. So I was like, well, I'm finna drop you off. I'm finna go on to the crib. I'm done. You can't even stay one last night with me. It's our prom night, your prom night, blah, blah, blah. Girl, I'm like, okay. I'll stay for a little while. Girl. And it was still early. We had a car. My uncle's girlfriend, I'll never forget it. May she rest in peace. She let me take her Cadillac. It was a nice Cadillac too. So I said, I don't feel like go. I was like, okay, I'll stay for a little while. We got the car for a little while. Ain't no need to just rush back home, just to chill. Girl, got at his house, end up arguing, girl, about old stuff, about why this, why that. After that, do what it do. And then when I got up, got myself together, I left and never went back. Never went back. Yep, he would try to call me to come over and try to get back together. I said nope. He finally went. It took him a while, but he finally left me alone. Yep, he finally left me alone. Yeah. And my family gonna tell me you treated him wrong. You did him wrong, girl. They just don't know what that man did to me. He was having an affair on me the whole time. Like what? He had a whole relationship or was messing around with somebody. If they weren't in a relationship, for her to be sitting on his porch and he's sweating like he. Girl, let me tell you something. Don't even go there. Cause child. Yep. But that 8-year relationship wasn't bad though, Brittany. I ain't gonna lie. Right. It wasn't a bad relationship for the 8 years. He was good to me. He really was. It's just that once I got okay, we was together. Our relationship started in grammar school. I was still in grammar school, right? Right, after I. But once I got in high school, and I think I was what was I? A junior. Once I became a junior, other guys started, giving me attention and stuff like that. Other guys started coming at me. So I was like, "Ooh, he cute," or blah 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 blah. So I'm telling you, I have been trying to leave my ex-boyfriend, the one I went on prom with. I was trying to leave him for a couple years before we broke up. I had. Like I said, I was young and everything, but I still wanted to play too. So I tried to leave, but of course he convinced. He's older than me, okay? So of course he convinced me to stay. I didn't have to, but he did, and I was cool with it because he wasn't a bad guy to me. But I just felt like once you stop being in love with somebody or not, I didn't even know what being in love was. I just know I loved him. I ain't gonna say in love. I loved him. I cared about him. He loved to care about me. He showed me. I showed him. And I think that's another reason what kept me with him is because we was together since grammar school. And yeah, and he was good to me too. I'm not gonna sit here and say he wasn't. He was. It's just that I wanted to start experiencing with other guys, being a lady of the night. And I felt guilty for still being in a relationship with him, and I wanted to go play in somebody else's playground. So I would try to break up with him. Every time I saw somebody cute and I wanted to go play. Mm-hmm. You see, I wasn't that backwards with it. I tried to. But he did. He kept convincing me to stay. He convinced me for a while, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Them 2 years, not 2 years straight, but the last 2 years of our relationship, each year I tried to break up with him. I did. But that last year when we went on prom, I was done. I was already done. I just agreed to go on prom with him. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't feeling it no more. I wasn't feeling nothing. And my family was, why you doing that to him? You treat him so wrong, girl. Yeah. Now y'all think I was treating him wrong. He the one that was messing around the whole time on me. And I asked him. I asked him once we got older and we were separated for a long, long time. And he found out this was recently, not too long ago. When he found out that my cousin had passed away 3 years ago, he came in town. I mean, he contacted me on Facebook. My profile is still up there. I don't be on there, but he contacted me. You know, when he found out about my cousin and stuff, and he came to see me and stuff, and we was talking and stuff. He was supposed to come to the service, but something happened with his kids. Something happened. He had to do something with his children. But he did come see me for my cousin's thing. He came and picked me up from the Greyhound, actually. When I came from home to Chicago for my cousin's memorial service, yeah, he came and got me, and we talked. And he told me. I said, tell me the truth. I want to know. He was like, what? I said, was you cheating on me with that girl? Or was I just flipping out? He said, yeah. He said, it doesn't matter now. I said, was you cheating on me the whole time? He said, not the whole time, but some of the time. I'm like, what? He admitted it. About 3 or 4 years ago, he admitted it to me when I came in town for my cousin's stuff. He admitted it. That he was cheating on me. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I told him, I said, it's okay to tell me now. You grown and got your own stuff. I got my own thing going on. I just want to know, was I tweaking? Because I do tweak sometimes, Brittany. And my imagination will take me places to where I wouldn't even know how I got there. But I wanted to be certain. Not just going off on what I think. And really didn't see no action, but I seen the girl, but he hollered was for his sister. But anyway, he admitted he cheated. More than once. So yeah. That's okay. I did my dirt too. I ain't gonna lie. You don't think I turned that? You don't think I went into that other playground, dipped into that other playground? So you got me messed up if you think I didn't. I went to that other playground. So did. Next. It's just that it kind of like ticked me off because I had decided to give him a chance to stay. You know what I mean? To stay with him and try to, rekindle what we had. And then you turn around and, want to go play in somebody else's playground on me. After I done gave up my playground to try to make this one work. Like, nah. But anyhow, yeah. I really wanted him to be my baby's dad first. But my kid's dad, he's good to our children, our kids. He took care of them while I was working in Chicago. Yeah. He got his own little situation going on. He get his little, his little money, and I had to go out and work for mine at the time.
So I was working and he'll watch the kids while I go to work. And when I come home, he'll leave to go have his little me time and on the weekends. So we made it work. You know, both of us was putting in the pot. Wasn't no one sided. You know, we both took care of everything straight down the middle. It wasn't no he doing everything or I'm doing everything. It wasn't nothing like that. It was straight down the middle. Cause I said if I'm gonna be with somebody, you gotta be getting a check or something. If you ain't working, you gotta have some kind of income coming in every month. Cause it ain't gonna work, honey. I can't do it. So I went to work to watch the kids, and once they got in like third and fourth or fourth and fifth grade, our relationship started. I think it was third and fourth when I moved here. They was like in third and fourth grade or fourth and fifth grade. Our relationship started going down, and the kids started getting bigger, and we was living in a one-bedroom apartment. And our relationship just wasn't going in the right direction. I wasn't happy with him. He wanted to play in the playground. I wanted to play in the playground, so we had to separate to go to our own playgrounds. And that's the way it was. I left Chicago. He stayed. We didn't. Me and my kids' dad. I don't talk a lot about him, but this late night chat, I guess you won't call it. We our relationship when it had its things, but we didn't break up. I'm gonna tell you, we didn't break up on bad terms. I'll just say that. I don't want to get too deep into how y'all over there like, wow, SRQ, you did that, you do this, you do that. Yeah, I did a lot of things y'all wouldn't believe. Trust me. You would look at me and wouldn't believe half of the things I did. But to make a long story short, is that we did not break up on bad terms at all. I told him I was leaving. He said, cool. I'll find me a place to go. He even watched the kids while I came down here to fill out papers and, get the key for this house and everything. He did. That's why I say we didn't, and I like that. We did not leave on bad terms. He ended up going to stay with his sister till he got his own place. And I end up coming to stay here, me and my kids. Every time they graduated, he was here. Whatever kind of schooling they was at, grammar school, he was here. High school, they was here. Every graduation, or even some of their birthdays, sometimes he would come. So he still stayed active in their life. He still talked to them to this day and talked to them all the time. I didn't know he'd be talking to them all the time. My children don't live, my kids don't live with me anymore. So, but I found out that yesterday they talk all the time to their dad. I didn't know. They don't tell me, and I don't ask no questions because they grown, honey. Once you get out this house, you grown. I don't question it. They don't like me to question it no damn way. I don't mind. That's good. Y'all didn't act. No, nope. Wasn't none of that, honey. Like I said, he was good. He was a good dad. While we was together, he was a dang on great dad. I'm telling you. He took care of his kids till we left. Now he have 2 more kids, girl. He had 2 more kids after mine. Like he got babies now. Like his son is what? 6, 5 or 6 or 7, something like that. And his daughter what? Like he didn't have 2 kids. Like since we've been here. Like in the last 6, 7 years, he didn't have 2 kids, girl. Yeah, he didn't have 2 kids. You know what he gonna tell me, girl? I'm gonna tell you this. You gonna be like, oh my God. He gonna say, if you ever want a baby, let me know. I ain't shooting blanks. Girl, he's a nut fool. Talking about I'll hook you up if you ever want a baby. No, you won't. He said he'll hook us up. Y'all ever want a baby? I got you. I'm looking. I said, I know you flying real high. I don't know what makes you think I want a baby. Because I want a grandbaby, I'm gonna get out here and get it and make a baby. I don't think so. No, because I won't be able to give him back. Girl, I was like, this fool. He's a clown fool. Let's see, I'm finna be 50. He like 55, I think, or 53. Between 53 and 55 of his age. One of those. So he got me about 3 or 4 years, I think. Maybe more. Girl, I can't remember my own age. You know I can't remember nobody else's age. Or time zone they in. But yeah, they over there jamming. I hear that music. Couple people left. No, actually only one person left. But anyway, yeah. But yeah, I like the fact the way that it ended. Wasn't no violent, wasn't no police call. It wasn't none of them like that. It was I was packing up, he was packing up, and when it was time to left, I left. And he was still there till the lease was up there and he left. Yep. He went to his sister's house and I came to Minnesota. I only wanted to come here because to give my kids a place because we was in a 1-bedroom apartment. And my cousin that passed away, may she rest in peace, she told me to get on the waiting list here. I've never been on a Section 8 before or a low income housing. This is my first time being here that I ever been on it because I was always working, had cars, everything. That's why I can't stand sometimes when people try to down people for being, you know, on disability or being disabled or they get a check for working. We don't know their story why they got there. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Don't think that everybody that's get a monthly income never worked or don't know what it is to do a 9 to 5, don't know what it is to pay taxes and all that. Don't get it twisted because I've done it all. That's what I'm saying. You don't know nobody's story. That's why I always tell people don't ever judge nobody because what they don't have. I taught that, I distilled that in my children. I said, don't ever judge nobody for their race, the way they look, the color of their skin, if they have disabilities or not. Don't ever judge nobody. Because you don't know their story for one. For two, the family genes and the grass you come from ain't never that green, baby. So don't ever judge nobody. And I distilled that in them since they was younger. Because y'all family ain't no miracle workers, honey. Wasn't all no A students. We running the lines on D's and F's. So don't ever think your whole background and everything is an A and a B. I say you better roll with the D's and F's. If you want to go on the grade scale. Couple C's, but a lot of D's and F's. I'm talking about fast activities, you know what I mean? Certain things. But yeah, I taught my kids that. Yep. Don't ever judge nobody. Yep. Because yes, I worked all the way from high school all the way up until I moved to Minnesota. I worked. I had cars. Actually, 3 of them. Not at the same time, but from high school all the way up until I moved here, I had 3 cars. I had a little blue car, which was my mom's, but she let me drive it all the time. So I say that was mine. But I had a Chevy Prism, which was a 4-door. It was a teal color. I loved it. That's the last car I had before I moved here. Then I had another car. It was an old school car. It was a 4-door Toyota. I think it was. I don't know what it was. But that car broke down. My auntie sold me that car. That was my very first. No, that was my very first car of my own. But the first car I was driving was my mom. And the last 2 cars was my own cars. So yes, I have cars. Yes, I had jobs. Yes, I've worked and paid taxes for years and years and years. Yes, I did. No, I haven't been laying on low income and Section 8 all my life. No. This is what I'm saying. Like, for anybody that's out there that's listening, please don't judge people because you do not know their background. You do not know how they got in the situation to where they're in. No, my health condition took over me. And I knew something was wrong, but they didn't find out what was wrong with me until I moved to Minnesota. So that part, that's another reason, Brittany, why I say I don't want to leave here. I have great doctors here. They the one diagnosed me with my lupus. This the place where I had my surgeries at. They kept me alive here. I'm telling you. That's another reason why I don't want to leave. I have history here of my health conditions and stuff. That means a lot. And on top of that, my children and my honey boo. So yeah. Girl. Stories, child. I remember the first time I rode the expressway, I rode to Great America, Six Flags, which wasn't that far. My uncle had me get on the highway. For the first time, I rode the highway. I rode the Great America. Girl, I started passing him up. He got bad. He was like, get your blah, 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 blah back there behind me. Don't pass me up. Yeah, this was a story time today. A couple stories. They missed it. They missed it, honey. That's on them. This is for late night vlogs only, honey. Ain't no telling when I'm gonna tell a story. My neighbor looking at me in the window. He don't think I see him, but I see him. Cause when it's dark and the shade is pulled, you can see straight in here. Actually, that ain't. I don't know. That might be the missus. I ain't trying to find out. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, girl. This is why I don't like falling asleep and waking up, in the middle of the night. Well, it is the middle of the night now. I've been woke since 10 something, but still, it's like I ain't even sleepy. And it's the next day, it's Saturday, so I still got 48% on my phone. I'll be out, be all right. I'm gonna wait till the time say 2 hours. I got another 20 minutes, then I'm gonna get off of here, Brittany. I say 2 hours is enough. Know what I mean? Why stay longer? I need something to talk about in the morning. Even though you know me, girl, I'll talk about dust. Yeah, I'm gonna give it another 20 minutes, then I'm gonna get off. But I'll talk about dust on the wall, on the floor. I'll talk about a piece of paper. I'll talk about anything to keep talking. Oh, did I tell you, Brittany, I end up going to the store? Did I tell you that? Hey, Silent Boo Boo, what's up? How you doing? I would love to hear you say hello, to see you say hello. You've been hanging in here for a minute now. What's up? Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. I know they've been in here. I've been seeing them. Yeah. But I didn't tell you I went to the store, so I ended up going to the store when I got off the line. I was debating, but I am glad I went because I want to get up in the morning and have my coffee, my cold coffee. I got plenty of stuff for hot coffee, and I want to get this laundry done. Yeah, because I want to get out here and get some of these leaves probably Sunday. So tomorrow I'm cooking. I'm making me a little small bowl of taco salad tomorrow. I think I'm gonna put it in my glass bowl, my ceramic bowl, because I don't want to mess up my plastic containers. Because sometimes if you put like taco salads and spaghetti in the plastic containers, the smells don't come out and they'll stain it. And there's two containers in there. One is for my boiled eggs that I prepped today, and the other one for my cucumbers. So those containers, I don't want to put nothing in there that'll stain it or stick. You know what I mean? That'll turn it colors. And I'll end up have to throw it away like I did that other one. Yeah. Because I'm gonna tell you what I did. It was a good one too. I really liked it, that bowl. When I prep my eggs, I put seasoning on them, just to let them sit there with just a little garlic powder, and pepper or parsley. I put some kind of seasoning, right? I switch it up. Like I don't drown it, but just a little to coat it. Because sometimes I don't have to re-season it. I could just use the seasoning that's on it when I eat it. But the whole bowl was smelling like seasoning. Oh, okay. The whole bowl was smelling like seasoning. And I was getting ready to, was tired. And I'm like, I had to soak this bowl overnight and bleach and all kind of stuff. Where I ended up throwing that bowl in the garbage. And that was one of my favorite bowls. That's why I said, I'm not going to use my bowls that I'm using for my boiled eggs or my cucumbers for spaghetti, not spaghetti, for stuff with sauce in it or stuff that I know is stick. I mean, the smell will stay in there. So, them bowls is designated to something. So I guess I will use my Woman Pioneer. I think that'll be better for the taco salad anyway, because it won't be in a plastic. It'll be in something like glass. Because I got a feeling that's gonna last me for about 3 days. I can't see me eating that whole bowl. Depends on how much I make. I can't see me eating that in 2 days. It depends. If I just make a amount enough for 2 days, or sometimes I don't even measure stuff. I just make it and eat it. You can't hear that music, girl. I don't know, it's starting to blow me. Anyway, it's 12 o'clock. I'm finna go ahead and get off of here, y'all. I'm not even finna wait. I'm finna go put my phone on the charger, go watch TV till I fall asleep. I can't have no snack because I had too much sleep already. I had that Snicker bar, which gave me the shakes. But I could eat a yogurt, a Go-Gurt. It's called a Go-Gurt. You know, the ones for the kids. I freeze mine. I'll probably eat a vanilla one. It ain't that sweet. But I'll see you in the morning. I'll try not to come on too early. I'll probably try to do 8 o'clock. That'll be a decent time. Maybe a couple of y'all will come in about 8 o'clock. But I'm gonna be on here in the morning for a couple hours because I'm gonna make me some coffee. I'm gonna fold and put up all my laundry while I talk to y'all, straighten up my studio while I talk to y'all. So I'll be on here for a couple hours. But you have a good night, Brittany. Thank you for tapping in. As always, thank you to Mama. Mama, thank you for Mama. You know I had to sing that song. Thank you for Mama. All right. Good night, Silent Boo Boo. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hope to see you tomorrow about 8 or 9 Central Time. Good night, everybody. Bye. Thank you for tapping in.